Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about like when we're choosing like say friends or relationships or like making decisions on our lives and like even with like say coworkers or jobs or what grocery store grocery lists. Um, it's really important for like seeing the like where are you desiring to go, where are you desiring your path, your outcome and path to be, and seeing like okay, is their path, um, do we walk the same path and get to the same, if you want to say outcome, but ultimately it's like you don't have to have the same identical path, you don't have to make the same identical choices, you don't have to make the same strategic anythings. There are a million ways to get to the same quote unquote outcome, um, i.e. twin flame journeys. So which it seems like a lot of those are coming around and reconciling, having opportunity for reconciliation right now, which is really interesting. And so, but I have some insights around that too. But I just wanted to share with you that sometimes we can have a list and a desire for what we want, but don't be in a rush to just throw the baby out with bathwater, because sometimes we're sent into other people's lives to be a light. We're sent into other people's lives to show them something different than what they know, because it's actually in line with what God wants or needs for them for their life to be able to manifest or to be able to be introduced. Say it's like for as an example, the guy in my life, um, he is not used to some of the ways that I dote on or share love or express certain things. He's not really used to, and I think a lot of people aren't, but especially men in our society need more of it sometimes, a lot of times too, to know how they're appreciated as well. Us women for sure do too, but yeah, so anyways, um, me and the way that I am in my daily life is very different from what he's had in his previous marriage and just like a lot of his life leading up. And he had shared with me that I'm introducing him to a completely different way of living, and it would help him, like it'll help him to elevate and make him a better man, which I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty amazing. What an honor. And so like sometimes we don't know how to get there until somebody shows us like what's available and how to be and do. So I just wanted to encourage you to be gracious with others and yourself, because change can happen, but like the ultimate like full 100% change with the outcome package deal takes time. So a lot of micro changes leads to big change, or the outcomes that we want, desire, and different things. So even if it's like financial, or it's like making it big and becoming famous, or I don't know, just even like making a family and building a family. You know, like I don't know, like people get together and they have kids, but they have to build the relationship first. Well, hopefully, and then go from there. Even just like you want to make sure that your values and the season of your life is aligned. So like say somebody's coming, they're walking around the block going down toward the green belt, and say they live behind you a couple blocks, but they happen to make it to your house, and you're just happen to go outside and realize, oh my gosh, you guys are literally going to be going to the green belt. That is literally like a block from where I need to go to the grocery store. Do you mind if I join you? And you just jump into the journey thinking it's okay, right? So anyway, stupid kind of a silly example, but I also just want to share that getting from your house to the green belt, you didn't start at the same starting place as the person who joined person A, who was like 2 blocks over behind you, or even 2 miles away. You didn't start at the same starting place, and yet you're still going to be able to, you crossed paths when they came across your path. So it's like, think of that as like vibration and frequency matching and aligning. People are coming in, it's crazy. So if you're on the same frequency and vibration, it's a lot more attuned to the same frequency. I can't think how to tell you this. So anyways, they had to learn certain lessons to get to your house, right? And so from there, you're able to share your experiences and be present with each other, even if it's just quiet on the whole way there. Or even if you don't necessarily walk with them, but you're walking nearby them, you're still having similar experiences. Oh my gosh, I just saw, oh man, that's so cool. I just saw a vehicle that it was like my guardian angel vehicle. That's so interesting. I love that. Cool, you guys. What a great confirmation. I love that. I.e. also the twin flame journey kind of stuff. That's nifty too. But anyways, that's just really cool. Just wanted to edify, confirm, and share, like, you don't have to have the same starting point to reach similar outcomes or have a similar experience or a similar, like a parallel experience. B, like, there's many journeys that can lead to the same type of experiences, right? Or same lessons, i.e. twin flame. And so oftentimes our twin flame comes into our lives to help us grow stronger and help us to learn how to break out of our shell and overcome challenges and obstacles in our life that are from within as well as external. But so that's pretty cool. And so I was going to share with you guys, I think that's just basically about it. To be patient with the process for other people as well as for yourself. You definitely don't want to be in something that's abusive or something that's like deceptive, manipulative, like whatever. But at the same time, to give people grace and time to be able to, yes, make the changes, but like to see the progress. The time to see the progress. Changes should be more prompt, and then seeing the progress and the consistency will take the time. So, and it just depends. It depends on how much time that can take. It can be really brief and immediate. It can also be something that's a little bit more extended. It just depends on what it is and what the values are and where you're going and blah blah blah. So sometimes we don't know how to obtain the things that we want to until somebody comes in and holds our hand, or we see somebody else having gone through a tough experience, and then we're able to interview them about it afterward, or just, just different things. So it's like people just showing up in their daily lives. You never know how you're that person for other people. And I want to encourage you to just continue showing up. And didn't really have something specific in mind other than just say sometimes we don't know what it's like to get to where we want to go. We know what it looks like and what it would feel like and but we don't know the ABC through it until we get to the XYZ. And so it's okay to be that for other people, but it's also okay to give people the space and time to have that progress and momentum building. I heard portfolio. So you can build your portfolio, your life portfolio. And I want to encourage you that you'll have a lot of interesting conversations and probably some similarities with some people that you do show that grace and patience with. But I bet as far as like it'll... Anyway, too chatty. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.